Not too long ago, I was looking through my Album of the Year profile and realized something. I saw a few albums and thought that I should probably revisit them. I had recently re-listened to Wet Dream by Willie Rodriguez, which I had previously thought was still an amazing album, but not to the level I see it as now. It's honestly easily my favorite album of all time. And there's so many albums that I just wasn't fully present through the listening process and that I could enjoy way more than I previously did. I've listened and rated like around 450 albums at that time, and so many of them I just had on as background noise and slapped a random number on and wasn't actually appreciating the art. It's taken me a while to grow to understand how to fully appreciate the art, and now that I feel that I have it all figured out, I decided I need to re-listen to everything. The first thing I did was decide how I'm going to actually do this. I set up a rating system comparing numbers to words and putting like the ratings into words to describe what they mean to me. I was also planning on actually rating the individual songs because I feel like it would make me be able to feel more present in the actual listening experience. The way I began was by starting off, I had made a list of every single album I had already rated and just used a spinning wheel to choose the album to re-listen to next. I stayed with these rules consistently for the first 20 albums. I also made sure to actually write reviews for the music I was listening to, and try to get them to be at least 3 or 4 sentences written for each one. Something that I found was kind of perfect and a little funny was the first out of 450 albums to have the wheel land on was To Pimp a Butterfly, which, if you don't know, is the highest rated album of all time. It seemed like it's just a perfect starting point. Doing this re-listening thing really helped me realize how much different albums had grown on or off of me. Most of them so far have been growing off. Albums like Revenge Seekers I previously rated really highly. I think I gave it like a 9 last year, but I feel like that I was pressured to rate it highly because the people around me really liked it. And I still think it's a great album, but my previous rating was definitely kind of performative. In many instances, I had rated things really highly just because others did, or not focusing on the album as a whole and just really loving one song and letting that carry the album to its high rating. Two of my favorite examples of this, of albums I've already re-listened to, would have to be No Idols by Doma Genesis, produced by The Alchemist, and Answer 'Em Up There by Black Country New Road. No Idols, upon re-listening, I had found really underwhelming compared to how I remembered it. I think I just rated it really high because my friend liked it and I loved the title track. Though a more perfect example of this would have to be Answer 'Em Up There. I do honestly believe that The Place Where You Insert the Blade is one of the greatest songs of all time, but the album as a whole was still kind of underwhelming compared to how I rated it. It's not even that I found it really amazing initially, it's just I knew it was highly praised and rated it 100 because of that. But after re-listening to it, I just don't see the appeal as much. I still think it's really good. I ended up coming down to an 86, but for me, it just doesn't hit the same way as it must for others. As of now, I've only re-rated 50 or so albums, and after the 20th one, I gave up on the random wheel because for some reason, I was just really craving listening to Forever How Long, which I ended up absolutely loving. It's honestly grown to be one of my favorites. Overall, it's just been an amazing experience to go back and truly show my appreciation for art, and actually pay attention and look deeper than just sonically to the music. Also, I'm gonna try to reduce the amount of times I give albums 100s. 100 out of 100 means something would be perfect, and to me that's just not a thing that would happen as much as other people say. But unlike some, I do think it's something that's possible. Some of my favorite albums like Scaring the Hose and Wall Socket I don't think are 100s, but I see as nearly perfect. So far, the only 2 albums I've given 100 out of 100s are Goodnight Hypnopomp by Stomach Book and Heavy Metal by Cameron Winter. Wet Dream will be up there, but I'm waiting for that to be my 100th review. So many projects have just grown on me exponentially because of re-listening to them. Some being Wall Socket, Forever How Long, Imaginal Disc, Today I Laid Down. Imaginal Disc is just a new psychedelia and dream pop masterpiece with one of the most comforting atmospheres I've experienced, and Today I Laid Down, it's honestly too depressing and deep for me to want to get into it in this video. It's an EP I could make an entire video focused on if I wanted, but I don't think I'd be able to mentally. I'm extremely excited to finish my re-listening and continue to listen to new music like this afterwards. Initially, I got into music because of Tyler the Creator, which I first started listening to around a little after Saint Chroma dropped. And I had a friend who was a big fan, and I ended up leading to me becoming debatably an even bigger fan than him, which I even ended up getting to see Tyler live. After that, I started getting into some Kendrick, Kanye, Frank Ocean, but listened to that shit XQC style because I hadn't fully grown to appreciate any art yet. Though I was in a really dark place at the end of 2024 and early months of 2025, and music definitely helped me cope and escape that. And I think from those experiences, music has grown more and more into being a major aspect of my life. I started rating music on Album of the Year in September and even got interested in a certain music YouTuber and joined his community on Discord, which has led me to making some amazing friends. And just music as a whole has been nothing but a positive influence on my life, from connecting me to more people and being used as a way to cope. And now getting to go back and truly further appreciate the art has been just, I can't even put it into words. Honestly, it might be an exaggeration, but I really do think that music has saved my life.